Welcome to the Blazing Cook. Today I'm bringing you comfort. Today I'm bringing to you a bowl of goodness, chili. Especially in this upcoming winter month, there's nothing more comforting than a bowl of chili. Everybody got their own interpretation, but please follow me. I want to show you my own interpretation. Here are the start of the show: chile guajillo, chile ancho, a large onion, a large potato, roasted potato. This is a large shallot. I got some organic grass-fed ground beef, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I have some diced tomato already peeled. From a can is fine, as well as this bush chili starter beans. I'm using 3 medium cans. I'm making a large amount because it's that time of the year. I'm also using this chipotle in adobo sauce, even though we're gonna be making our own adobo. But this is a secret ingredient. There's nothing like beefy tasting chili, and this wagyu beef shallot or talot will give it that beefiness. Now what I'm doing here is I'm removing all the seeds from the chili. This is the chili guajillo. This is a mild heat, and this is the chile ancho. It's a sweet chili. It's not spicy, neither the guajillo are spicy. For heat, I'm gonna be using the chipotle chili in the adobo sauce. Right now I'm chopping in the shallots. These are gonna be the base for my adobo. Peeling some garlic. I'm using this little device. You put the garlic right in the middle and just rub your hands and the peel comes right off. I don't even remember where I found that, but it is super cool to have the right tools for the job. Now I'm dicing my potatoes. Yes, I'm using potatoes on my chili because this is a whole meal on a bowl. I'm dicing it just like we did with the torta española, and I'm putting that to a side. I'm also chopping or dicing in the onions. One trick, if you want to dice the onions, you don't want to just keep the root attached to it. That keeps the onion from falling apart on you, and it can become dangerous because you can slice your fingers with it. So just keep the root or the butt of the onion attached and just create nice dice. This is crucial, and we are not adding this at the beginning. We adding this towards the middle of the process. So my chilies, I put it to boil just to rehydrate them. I'm adding it into the blender with the garlic and the shallot, and I'm creating my own adobo. Like I said before, this is not spicy, this is not hot, just adding a little bit of the water, but this is the spicy part of it, and you can put as little or as much as your little heart desires, because this is how you're gonna have your heat on your chili. I'm scooping out some of the adobo sauce that the chipotle comes in, and if you don't know what chipotle is, it's just a jalapeno that has been ripe. And as you can see, it has been nicely blended, and we put that aside. We use some of this beef tallow instead of oil because it adds a different depth to the beefiness of our chili. So I add the first pound. I trying to break it down as much as I can, but for a good chili that is going to be sitting on a bowl with the potatoes as one meal, you don't have to pair it with anything else. Don't break it down completely. If you can just leave little tiny chunks of it, it will be great. I'm only adding 2 generous pinch of salt, and this is it. I'm not adding any more salt throughout the entire process. Not to the onions, not to the potatoes. This is it. As you can see, the ground beef is breaking down nicely. It's not greasy, which I'm not a fan of a greasy chili. I let it sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna start adding my other ingredients. And right now, as you can see in the right bottom corner, I'm removing my adobo from the blender, and I'm gonna add it now to the ground beef. So the ground beef is pretty much cooked at this point, but I'm adding my adobo. I'm gonna make sure that I mix completely the adobo in it so it can grab those depth of flavors. And as you can see, very little water, very little fat is being released from the beef. After 5 minutes, I stir again, and it is time to add my potatoes and my onion. And this is the reason why I'm adding my onion and potato. The potatoes are gonna remain as dice as they were when you peel them and cut them. The onion, they're gonna release a lot of water, and they actually gonna break down. I'm adding the 3 cans of beans and the 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and I'm mixing well. As you can see, the potatoes, they still intact. We're gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes until they start cooking. And as you can see, there's still very watery. So I'm adding the tomato paste, 2 tablespoons to be exact, so it can thicken now and finish cooking the potatoes. And whenever this is done, the potatoes are gonna remain as dice as you cut them, which is gonna add a nice little mouthful to it. I'm gonna cover it up until the potatoes are fully cooked. And there it is, nice and thick chili. And as you can see, the potatoes, they remain nicely diced, so it will make for a nice hearty heartfelt bowl of goodness. I'm gonna top this with an 18-month aged cheddar, charred cheddar that is, which is a must. I also gonna add a tablespoon of sour cream, and last but not least, I have to have a slice of avocado. I also grabbed some tortillas that I have left, and I put it in the oven, and I just crunch them up, make them nice and firm, so there'll be a nice tortilla chips that can go really well with this homemade chili. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you can make it your own and see for yourself how wonderful, how flavorful this is, and especially now in these winter days. Until the next time, please enjoy.